Morning, my Chiropassion champions, my fellow chiropractors out there. Docs looking to excel and grow and make themselves better, make their practices better, make their lives better. Man, I'll tell you, if you're one of those docs, I want to share a phrase with you, something that I was taught a long time ago, not by somebody in chiropractic, but by somebody in the world of business. And it is such a profound, simple little phrase, but it really is life-changing. And it's a phrase that I want you to consider to live your life by. You know, it's one of those mantras. It's one of those things you want to read over in your journal, and you want to read it over a few different times frequently to remind you why you're reading a journal, why you're reading a book, why you're reading some science, why you're reading the philosophy, why you need mentors and teachers in your life. And this is it. You ready? This is it. The more you learn, the more you earn. I want to repeat it again. I know it's simple, and maybe some of you guys have heard it before, but my dad taught me a phrase, and he used to say it all the time to me. To know and not to do is not to know. So a lot of times people go, yeah, I know that. If you're not doing it, then you don't know it. You heard it, you're familiar with it, but you ain't doing it, right? So to know and not to do is not to know. So what I learned a long time ago was that the more I learned, the more I applied myself by reading certain books about maybe marketing, promotion, how to adjust better, how to improve my communication better. The more I studied my scripts, the more I followed protocols and procedures that I studied, the more mentors and teachers, the more people I had in my life that I went to their events and that I listened to them and read their books and watched their videos and watched their podcasts, the more mentors and teachers that I hired. I still have many coaches. So the more people that I brought into my life, the more mastermind groups that I paid to be part of. The more I did that, the more I learned, the more I earned, the more impact. And I look at earning as a responsibility. You have a responsibility to be successful, to provide, to do well. I also think that it's the future of our profession, that the better we do and the better representation we are of being great managers and great leaders and great communicators and successful practitioners, the more success we show, the more people we're going to attract to the profession. So my message to you is this: who are you learning from? Who are you learning from? Who's the person that you're plugging into every day, every morning? Who are you learning from? And I'll tell you, a great group of docs and a great professional group of leaders to listen to plug into, to consider joining. I certainly insist that you join, and that's Chiropassion Consulting. You see, I'm still standing in my office right here. A lot of docs can't even show you that because they don't have an office. A lot of docs don't have an office like this because they haven't developed a office or a mission or a purpose or systems in order to provide care that would necessitate an office of this size and of this magnitude. So if you're looking to learn so that you can earn more and you could provide more and you could serve more people, I'll tell you, there's a great group out there, Chiropassion Consulting. I'm the founder of it. I started it 10 years ago to give docs the opportunity, and I felt compelled as my own responsibility to give you the opportunity to lead a better life, to lead a better practice, to serve more people, because with great responsibility, right, and great power and great knowledge, all of those things are so critical for us to be compelled to bring chiropractic to the world. So that's what I do in Chiropassion Consulting. Now listen, there's a link above my video here. You can click that. You can get a free coaching call with me, 30 minutes. No charge for it. Let me hear what's going right. So it's not like docs, everybody's struggling, right? Some docs are doing really well, but they want to do better. Some docs are just opening up. They're out of school. They don't know maybe what to be doing, what's most important. Some docs are struggling. Some docs are having challenges. So regardless of where you're at, I'll tell you, we offer many different levels of membership into the program to make it easy for accountability challenges and financial challenges. That's number one. Number two, we've got an event coming up. It's going to be November 6th and 7th. OKC, Oklahoma. OKC, Oklahoma. Okay? It's going to start Friday at 4:30, goes right till 9. We have a CPC, Chiropassion Consulting, after Friday night party, which is great. It goes right to 11 plus. Might be a few cigars later on Friday night. And then we're going to go all day Saturday. Let me tell you what we're going to bring to the table. We are going to bring you the goods. We're going to bring you communication, clarity, science, philosophy, all the pillars, if you will, necessary in order to grow your practice. And after being at that group, if you're new to us, after being at that event, if we resonate with you, we got CE credits there as well. If we resonate with you and you're like, man, I really want to be part of this powerful group, great. If not, hey, listen, you know what? You've made a friend for the rest of your life. Join us at the group. You could always go to another event. But I'll tell you, OKC is going to be powerful with everything going on. There's been some challenges with people getting together, and we are going to get together, and we are going to rock it. And I'm telling you, we are going to bring the fire. And when you leave that event on November 6th and 7th, and I mean this sincerely because I've been doing these events for a long time, it will change you to a degree where you're going to have not only the nuts and bolts on how to do things better, not only those nuts and bolts on how to do them better, but you're going to have the inspiration, the passion. You're going to feel compelled to want to do things better. And most important, invest in your team. Get your CAs there so you're not trying to go home and teach your CAs what you learned over the weekend. They're there in Oklahoma City. They're there ready to learn from my CAs so that they can then take what they experienced that weekend and put it into play in your practice. So remember, guys, the more you learn, the more you earn. Who you learning from? Who's sitting on your porch? What chiropractor leader are you listening to that's making an impact? And if I resonate with you, if I'm that guy and you're like, man, I like what this guy says, I like how he communicates, boy, I'd love to have a practice that looks like this. I'd like to see a lot of people. I'd certainly like to have a huge impact. I'd like to see kids. I'd like to have a low overhead. I'd like to really make a difference in people's lives. I'd like to have lifetime relationships with people. I believe that everyone should be under chiropractic care because it's good for them for a lifetime, right? And science supports that. Why aren't we teaching that? Why aren't leaders in our profession teaching that? Why are we teaching down a watered down version of what chiropractic is? Breaks my heart. You're not going to get that in Chiropractic Consulting, I can tell you that. So join us in Oklahoma. Hey, if you're ready to join right now, I just had a couple people join us this last couple of weeks, then just click the link right now. You can just go right on the website and join us immediately. If you want to talk to me first, and I'd love to hear a little bit about you and your story, by all means, then click the free coaching call. We'll set up something this week, and I'd love the opportunity, like I said, to hear what's going good, some areas that we want to work on, and let's work on it together. Also, I know I'm going to have a few docs that are part of our group. They're going to make some comments here. So anyone that does, by all means, reach out to them directly. Maybe you're like, hey, listen, I'd rather talk to some of the docs he's working with. Maybe you'd rather do that. By all means, click on the link below. Click on some of those guys that I'm working with, those ladies that we're working with, and talk to them. They can tell you exactly what Chiropractic Consulting has done for their life, their practice, their family, and the impact they've had in their community. So, hey, love and appreciate you guys. This is Coach Borio calling you from Chiropassion Consulting headquarters right there, right? And that's a nice headquarters to have, right? I'm fired up to kick some ass today in practice. I hope you are too. Look forward to talking to you here, getting you in Chiropassion Consulting, and I'm really fired up for Oklahoma. Talk to you guys in a bit.